Ah, here we go.
Here you only need to wish it. That's amazing. Okay, listen, so we're starting.
Maybe you can click the color.
Yeah,
With the
just
mouse.
press with the
Here,
mouse, yeah,
with the color,
good.
yes.
Okay,
Awesome.
hello, everyone. I understand this is all fourth cohort. Some of you here, how many are here? Okay, and there, so it's not really everyone. Okay, we're gonna have, I hear myself twice. There she is. You found the.
707 from.
This is.
I
I don't know. I usually
What's the
come
last
here.
minute change? Like 1 hour ago.
Okay. So our session will be. I don't know what it's about really. I don't care even what it's about. It's about me getting to know you and you understanding what you can get from me. So I would like to hear a little bit about your startups, but I want to, again, not waste too much time because we are many people. So while I'm speaking, I'm giving you an assignment, which is to think how you're going to present two things. First of all, would be to present yourselves. Now, see, this is the funny part, and we've all been through this in our lives many times where we were sitting in a group of people and we need to introduce ourselves. Usually, the first to speak sets the tone. Meaning, if someone will start, well, I learned in so and so, everyone, I learned. Okay. But this is a one. Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you so much. Second things that happen is that, sorry, your name? When Paras starts speaking, and I know I will be after you, when you start talking, I stop listening because I hear myself practicing my lines. And someone, who are you? I will not know what to say, and he's sitting next to me. Don't be this way. Be attentive, meaning you need to practice beforehand to know when someone says to you, it's your turn to present yourselves. Be in the room. It's very unkind not to know the person next to you just because you were so excited about your turn to come. That's the second. Okay. A third, which I think you all know too well, is that when it's your turn and you say what you say, and then two people after you go, oh shit, I forgot to say, I need to say this. And you say to yourself, I needed to say something so important that will impact everyone, and I didn't. But you had the time to say it. Again, don't be this way. This is why, same as you all have your startup presentations, you should have your own presentation. Now, this connects to everything in your lives. It connects to your marketing strategy. It connects to the way that you will find your first users, your first adopters, your workers, everyone in your life that you're definitely investors, is how you present yourself. And how many times did I see startups meet investors? The investors say, okay, tell me about your startup. Immediately you go, so we do so and so and so. Right? This is what you automatically do. Instead of starting by saying, first of all, who am I? What qualifies me to tell you anything for that matter? Where am I coming from? Number one. Number two, always discuss the problem before you discuss a solution. Why? Why always start with the problem and not with the solution? Any ideas? Feel free not to speak.
I think it's easier to understand because if you understand the problem, then you also understand the solution, and it's a nice story then.
So you're saying to the person who listens to you, okay, makes more sense to understand the problem. Okay, what else?
There's no solution without problem.
Okay, this is like saying there is no fire without smoke. It's kind of clear. But why is it so important to start with the problem?
Maybe involves us so we can think in our head, this is really a problem.
Yes, but we're in a stage where you are all here, right? You all have problems and solutions. You all here with a problem, right? Correct. Are you all with problem and solutions there on the other side of the ocean? Yes? Good. So this is clear that when you start like this, you have a problem and you have a solution. Most of you will tell me that, listen, if I wanted to get a real advice about things, I would go to people that I trust. In other words, they will not steal my idea from me. How can you approach someone you don't know? Someone told you he's an investor and tell him everything without knowing him, without signing. What do you sign? What do you call it?
NDA.
NDA. Okay? How would you do that? It doesn't make sense. So if you will start with the problem, stop and say, I just told you the problem. Do you relate? Do you know anything about it? My answer is actually it's kind of boring. Why should you tell me the solution? What's sense? Why spend time? This is when you start to value yourselves. I need you to understand that you are different than most people. Not because I'm saying it, because it's true. You need to understand who you are. You need to understand that 99% of the 8 billion people in the world are not you. There are usual people, normal people. You are by far not normal people. Might I say it would be crazy, unbalanced. Why? Because you're doing something. And that's against all the logic in the world. Probably what you're doing, someone already invented, so why are you wasting time? Probably you just have a good idea, but no ability to follow this idea because you're not technical people. Probably because 90-something% of startups fail. Because who will give you money? It doesn't know. €1 million? How much do you want to raise? So everything is kind of against you. Still, you find yourself here. I don't get life, really. So I need to convince you that you're different. Yes. You are kind of very reserved people, being Lithuanians, aside from Armenia, which I know personally is Romanian. And
I'm German. Karina.
well, you have it tough all the way. So, I mean, Germany, you know, I tried to launch a few startups several times in Germany. Tough market, but super advanced. So it's kind of, if you launch in Germany successfully, that's it, you've conquered the world. Definitely a good benchmark. So we're going to discuss something which is called marketing, and I think we will need also to do something about the competitor analysis. I mean, this is not interesting for you. Because you're also smart, we can compete with you. If I would ask if you have a competition, by the way, you all know your competition. Also, you guys on that side of the screen, do you all know your competition? So let me say a word about competition. And by the way, this is how this conversation is going to be. It's going to be a little bit of everything that will connect in the end to what you need practically. You will be leaving this room with practical tools. The major one, well, it will be to realize your full potential, which is to start with. It will be practical tools of what you need to do. This will not be kind of a dialogue. It will be my monologue telling you what you need to do in way of presentation, in way how you talk to your potential customers, in how you look at about competition. So you all know you need to, of course, present. In part of your presentation, you have a slide called competition. How do you find a competition? I mean, any of you finds Facebook a competition, or Google a competition, or IBM, or Waze, or WhatsApp, or whatnot, or I don't know. Any of those companies are competition? Well, there will be startups telling me, yes, Facebook is a competition. Really? Really? They have more money than your blood cells. They're a competition to you? Really? How? They squash you like a bug. How are you competition? You all heard about an Israeli startup company called NSO? NSO, that's the leading cyber intelligence, espionage, whatnot, now being sued. This is gonna ruin them to pieces. Do you understand the impact of Facebook hearing this and saying, who is competing with it? Just choose a name. Ignis 1 times 1 is competing with me. Really? Tomorrow morning you're gone. For some unclear reasons, you're wiped. Please make sense in your competition. You are no competition to Google, but you are competition to similar startups which are doing some kind of what you do. So the fact that I've invented a device that can I can look at him and it heats me up because I'm cold. Well, competition is close. Good competition, but it still keeps me warm. Know to choose your competitors. Make sense in who you decide is in competition. Also remember that once you call someone a competition, it means that he is a competition, meaning you know him to be a competition. Not by name, not by a logo, and not by a few sentences on the internet does he become your competition. This is bullshit. Competition is something that you know. You have tried yourself and you went, oh my God, this is exactly what we do. Not in brochures and videos. You test it. You test it and you know it's competition. This is how you decide a competition. Second, it needs to be near your level. And now I'm stepping, maybe it's possible to make screen only from, is that for me?
Yeah, it's just a little bit difficult to understand what you're speaking because I think you're pretty far away from the mic. Maybe we can move the device on the table closer to Tal just a little bit.
Yeah, let me grab it. Okay, thank you. This is ground control to major town to major urban. Is that better now?
It might be. I think we will know once you you start talking.
You hear me now better? Is it
I
working?
think it's a little bit better. A little bit better.
Yes.
Microphone is on the camera. Tell me how many, by the way, I just want to know, how many of you are from Kaunas here? No. How many of you are now here in this cohort are from, you're all from village, right? Yeah. You travel from Kaunas, I know. Rest of you, guys, anyone from Kaunas on the screen? Mantas, who greeted me so nice. Oh, there you are, Mantas. Thank you for the greeting, by the way. I really, this is how this is a great example. You also, Mantas, post. Are you connected? You know LinkedIn? There's a social network called Mantas, very well done. You did
Thank you.
Twice, one on your behalf, and then
Yes, one with that. Yes.
I will tell you, I was very excited and pleased to read your welcoming. And I think
Thank you.
were pleased to read my comment.
Yeah, I wrote you back. And it's just sad that I couldn't come today, but I hopefully will come on Wednesday and we will see one-on-one in person.
Good. So I'm still not clear how many of you are from Kaunas on the screen. Guys, raise of hands. Anyone? So where are you from? Palanga? I don't know. Where from?
I'm from I'm from little city Druskininkai resort.
Okay.
Does it count if I'm born in Kaunas, but I've been there only for like 2 years of my life?
No. And where are you from now?
Like right now, at this moment?
Yes.
I'm in Germany.
Oh. Okay. No? Anyone else? If I could read your names without breaking my teeth, I would. So indulge me, help me here.
I'm also from Vilnius.
Oh.
Hi, sorry, can't make it, but just got a corona test, so sitting in the bed and waiting for it. Very sad, and probably not gonna see you one-on-one in real life.
Please don't get me. I mean, I don't know if you have, what's the new one? Omicron? Omicron?
From Vilnius.
Who else is here?
Transitions. That's a different one.
Yeah, so I'm from Vilnius, but I couldn't make it today because I'm not feeling very well today. So I hoped that I will be here, but well, life happens.
God didn't hear your hopes. Okay, listen, next time. Who else?
From Vilnius, but
What?
from Vilnius, but the weather is bad. I have to run to went very long distance, and like I still live at home. So sorry.
Okay.
Weather bad.
I didn't hear you. What did you say?
I say that weather is bad, and I still
Weather is bad, yes. Well,
live at
I
home.
walked all the way from Israel. The weather was
I know.
so, but I made it. I made it. I made it.
I know.
I made it. Guys, thank you for being here. No, you don't need to tell a long story. The fact that you're here is good enough. You have the option of being online or here. It's totally fine. You will not be like kind of close to me to touch me, but maybe you will be here on Wednesday. I definitely recommend that you do that, to make the effort, but it's really kind of up to you. It will not affect your lives, you know. I mean, this is not the life-changing event, but still, it would be nice. Ignis, 1 times 1. You need to explain what's your name there.
Hi, hello everybody. So I was driving to your place, but I saw that I could be a little bit late, so I decided not to be late and started from 4 p.m. So that's why I'm on Zoom.
Okay. Thank you.
I'm in Vilnius. I'm from Vilnius. We just came back from Germany in the morning, so I'm pretty much happy to stay at home for the moment and listen online.
Okay, good. Well,
and welcome to Vilnius.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Jonas, Loretta, Vlad, Rasa.
Hello, I'm Jonas. I'm just not feeling too well today, so I can come.
What to do? I wish you to feel well.
Thank you.
Team Shapers.
Hi there, good to see you, Tal, in Lithuania. I'm from Kaunas, so I took a chance to stay at home and see you there. So have a good seminar with us.
You seem to be more comfortable where you are, so I would understand why you stayed there. Good.
Sure, sure.
Good, good. Who else is there to say hi? To open a, oh, guys, the manager is here. Behave, behave, behave. Yes. By the way, 90% of the people are from Vilnius, but for certain reasons unknown to us, decided that this is as close as they want to be to me. So please note it in your, yes.
You should see the news, what they say about alien COVID.
We don't have. We closed down. That's it. No COVID. We're not bringing the COVID. Ken, who else is there? Vlad, Loretta. Is that just maybe signs of people who are no longer with us? Let's see. Oh,
hi everyone.
Labas.
Can you hear me? I have some problems with the camera. Oh, amazing. So I wanted to say hi to everyone. I'm from Romania, so I wish I could be there, but fortunately it's not possible.
Good. We welcome you. How many Romanians are here? What's it? They're gonna conquer the world, I'm telling you. Ken. Armina, say hi, no?
Yeah, hello, hello. I think, yeah, I'm from Romania, so yeah, I would have loved to be in Lithuania, but maybe at some point when the planet goes back to normal, we'll meet each other. Or maybe you come to Romania.
We will, definitely, our next stop. the best country in the world, Romania. Come and visit us. Who else is here? Loretta, we saw you for a minute, so we know you're there. Please.
I'm here and it's lovely to see so many people around this nice table, but unfortunately I can't be here. I have another job. It's a public service job and I truly hate it, but at the moment, you know, it's where I am. So I'm trying to listen, multitasking.
Thank you, Loretta. So I hope we've gone through everyone's excuses for being here. Thank you for sharing with us. And you can, you can barge in whenever you have any questions. No need to write because we will not be reading your text anyway. Please barge in and tell us if you have anything to add to the conversation. If you are in a quiet place, you can leave your mic on and it will be nice. Let's stop for a second. Armina, can you please do screen share and run the video? Can you just close this checking thing? Here. Okay, how do you do volume here so you can hear it well? Just play the video and we will test. Okay, Armina, you can play it. No voice, right? What?
She didn't share probably.
Armina, can you share the sound also? Can we run it from here instead of? So I would need to ship to send it to you or.
Can you put the link in the chat?
Yes, I'll send it to you.
Sounds like.
I'll send it to you.
Oh, just
Yeah. Did you see it? Did they see it also?
Armina, can you stop sharing screen, please?
Armina, can you stop hers? I mean, you're controlling it, no?
No, I'm not. Nilda is controlling. Nilda? Nilda is always in control.
I'm not controlling, but I will control in a second. Just wait a minute.
Nilda for you. Control freaks, you're always control freak. Armina, do you hear us? Yeah, but you're on mute, so we can hear you.
Okay. You couldn't hear me?
No.
Okay. Wait.
Do you see it now on the screen?
Labai aiškiai žinutę
Yeah,
savo
just my
šaliai
computer
ir
just
visam
went crazy.
pasauliui.
From this day forward.
Do you see us, hear us? No? Anything?
I do. It's just because all the many videos, it's just, I'll just open
It's
it again.
going to be only
I don't know what's
America
happening.
first. America first.
Armina, we are playing the sound. It's
Armina, we are playing it from here. You don't have to do anything.
Okay, that's why I didn't understand why I can't stop this video because I wasn't sharing the screen. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, let's go.
Good.
Ir kaip turbūt jau nemaža dalis jūsų matėt, internete paplito kolegų olandų sukurtas atsakas Donaldui Trumpui.
Dear Mr. President, welcome to this introduction video about the Netherlands. It's gonna be a great video. It's gonna be absolutely fantastic.
Fantastika. Amerikiečiai bandė juoktis iš Trumpo gal tokius gerus kelius dešimtmečius, dabar žaksina tų savo juokų, Olandams pavyko iš pirmo karto. Kaip dar buvusios partijos šefas Valentinas Mazuronis seniai konstatavo, laikykitės ten su Andriumi Tapinu yra visus aplinkui kopijuojantį internetinę laidelę. Valentinai, mes nesigydam. Mes begėdiškai kopijavom Johną Oliverį, mes begėdiškai kopijavom Večernį Urgant, kas jis toks bebūtų, o dabar begėdiškai kopijuojam Olandus. Zondag met Lubach. Jūsų dėmesiui Lietuvos prisistatymas Donaldui Trumpui.
Dear Mr. President, this is an introductory video about Lithuania. The Netherlands did it first. So what? We are the center of Europe and the best country in Europe. Period. All the others are losers. Are they in the center? No, we are. Bullseye. 600 years ago, we were the biggest country in Europe. We were great. One of our founding fathers was Vytautas the Great. He totally destroyed those nasty Germans. He did it before it was trendy to destroy nasty Germans. He made Lithuania great. Everyone was talking about it. Later, we've destroyed that nasty Soviet Union. We've destroyed it by building a wall of people. We even put some Latvians and Estonians into the wall. It was a real human wall called the Baltic Way. It was the best wall, enormous. Even Pink Floyd called and said that our wall is the best. It's true. That doesn't mean we don't have walls now. We have 10 walls. He is the best electronic DJ in the world, believe us. He is also the best homophobe. You'd love him. Can you imagine? 10 walls? Not 1, not 2, but 10. Also, we have the fastest internet in the world. Amazing. The best internet in the world. People travel thousands of miles just to use our fastest internet. Very important people. It's true. Just imagine how fast you can tweet when you have the fastest internet. There are many famous Lithuanian people all around the world. You know Jason Sudeikis? Yes, he was on Saturday Night Live. We agree it's terrible television. Baldwin is a joke. But Sudeikis was amazing because he's Lithuanian. Also, Hannibal Lecter was Lithuanian. Terrific guy. Great table manners. As tough as our president is, she's a woman. It's ridiculous. She won an election against male candidates twice. A total disgrace. She probably rigged the election. Still, be careful. She has a black belt in karate, and her name is Grybauskaitė. No, not grab her skirt, Grybauskaitė. In Lithuania, everyone is crazy about basketball. Great game, orange ball. And we have the best team. We always come in third, but still, we beat America once. They were weak like a baby. All Democrats, by the way, it's true. Our language is the oldest in Europe, and it is the only language where Trump is not only a name, but a real word. Yes, Trumpas in Lithuanian means short. Really. But there is nothing short in your body. We know it. In our capital, Vilnius, we have an amazing old town with beautiful churches and castles. Huge castles. This is Trakai, a completely different town. Not Vilnius, but still, it's huge. And love is everywhere in Vilnius. Isn't it fantastic? No, it's not. It's a disgrace. It must be fake. Absolutely fake. Alternative facts. Very unprofessional. A nice kiss though. Passionate. Also, a huge favor for you, Mr. President. Great advice. A gift. We were the first European nation to impeach our president because he was too friendly with Russia. Really friendly guy. It was unprecedented. The impeachment was huge. Good TV ratings. Tremendous ratings. But bad for business. Come to Lithuania and we'll tell you how to avoid it. Because, you know, we won't let Democrats put you in that spot if you don't let Putin into our country. We totally understand. It's going to be America first. The Netherlands can have their second place, and we shall take the third. Everyone knows it's better to win the bronze than to lose in the finals. It's true. Let's make Lithuania third. All the best wishes from the center of Europe, the very center. And it is amazing. Thank you for watching.
O jeigu rimtai, tai negalvokite, kad mes jau tokie visiškai akiplėšiai kopijuotojai.
Yes. So, I'm going to show you this. Is that when you start to understand who you are and you probably what you do, understand how different you are than ordinary people, this is where your true value stand out without you making too many gestures and kind of acting as a show. It just radiates from within you. Understand the full meaning and understand the opportunity. You are bringing investors what they cannot do themselves. In a way, you're doing them a favor, the same way they are giving you a favor by giving you the money. This is the game that you kind of entered when you're doing startup life. Think that 50 years ago, when someone started a business, he thought, how am I going to earn money to get a salary, to buy food, to pay for the electricity, to feed my kids? This is not how you think of startups. You're not taking a salary. You have no clue what is a cash flow. When someone says to you salary, you go, what? When someone says to you, how much money do you raise? You always say, okay, I raise so-and-so. What you gonna do with the money? Well, I need to do R&D. I need to develop the app. Then I need to market. Any of you thought about, I need to take a salary? No. You should. You need to understand that without you, there is no startup. You need to understand that startups are about people, then comes the technology. So when you go out and market yourself, you need to start knowing your true value. You need to understand what your startup, which is technology, would do for those who will use it. They don't need to guess. You need to tell them. You need to market yourselves. These are the weak points startups endure, and this is one of the reasons why statistically 96% of startups close first year of operation. This is why you are finding it difficult to raise money. For that matter, let me just clear out the money issue. There is no real reason for you to start raising money before you have validated your problem, solution, and you found someone that is willing to use it and pay. No reason to run after the money. If you cannot find it in yourself, this ability, this charisma to magnet your team together to you without paying salaries, sorry for saying you're in good shape. You're going nowhere. Realize it. Nice doesn't work. Nice doesn't pay groceries. Nice will not get you a Tesla X. It will get you a Lada, which we use a lot in Romania. This is why Romania is laughing. It's the one car that even when it's brand new, you can start it and all the lights turn on and stay on. They never but no, I'm joking. Understand the meaning of the words. Don't just listen to them and smile. It's funny, but it's funny because it's true. You will be speaking to people. Investors are people. Your customers are people, your competition, they're all people. Thank God there are people and not machines, because if there was machines, they will all shut down during the first sentence that you said go off. Because right now you don't make sense. First, because you're still in the beginning. But second, and you know, many times people say startup nation, these are startup nation, how are you so successful? Well, I don't know if you know this, but you know what's a unicorn? It's not the one. What's a unicorn?
It's 1 billion company.
So it's a 1 billion evaluated company as well as being acquired for 1 billion. How many unicorns do you have in Lithuania?
Usually one. Theoretically one.
One. How many do you have in Romania? How many unicorns?
We have one very large company who's, I don't know if it's a unicorn, they've been on the market for many years.
How many people live in Romania?
19 million.
How many in Lithuania? I will help you, 3 billion.
I think it's 7.
2 point God knows. But people like to think big in Lithuania. This month, this year, 2021, in the 1 month of March, Israel gave birth to 7 unicorns in 1 month. And we are 9 million. We are half of Romania, and we're 3 times bigger than you. And this is not the astounding news. Do you know how big is the high-tech plus startup ecosystem of Israel? How many people work for the high-tech and startups in Israel? Let me help you, 350,000. That's it. 350, so don't tell me we're small. Don't tell me we're backwards. We just live life much different than you. We are under constant threat, not of being eliminated, but of just being harmed in a way. That changes you. And I say, for that matter, you don't need to live our lives. You just need to change the disk of your lives here. You need to understand there is no reason for anyone who doesn't know a first clue about you to give you money. And I'm saying to you, you all dream about money when it's good to dream to be a millionaire, but not right now. It's good to have it as a goal, as a target. You want to change the world, you want to impact the world, everyone is own. But in the end, you all want to become millionaires. This is why you came here. Did go push papers at the university? Work for someone. It's also a job. By the way, very secure one with a good pension. You went to a business with no pension. You went to a business that you will probably all fail. Is it wrong? No. Is it bad? No. Is it what's going to happen? Sure. So deal with it. Yeah. It's statistics. Well, in Lithuania it's reality, but it's statistics in general. It is what it is. You don't have a vibrant ecosystem of investors running after you. You don't have the first clue where to raise money from. You don't. And it's fine. And when you are building your startups, you need to pay attention, not how your presentation looks on your logo or your slogan. Just makes sense. Validate your problem. Validate your problem. Wait for the solution. Validate the problem. Not by saying, well, you know, I checked. Well, my parents think it's great. It's a big problem, and my mom says I'm amazing, by the way. It wouldn't get you far. And I'm not saying it because this is what people kind of think, that if some of my friends think it's good, it's good. And again, going back to your competition is as smart as you are, if not more. People in general around you are smarter than you. They have more to show to themselves. In your country, in other countries, you all want to go global. You know, this is kind of a small neighborhood, Lithuania. And for that matter, Israel, same. Wake up any Israeli startup, he will not say to you that he's gonna be a millionaire selling in Israel. He will say Israel is kind of a better site to try it out because it's our language, it's our culture, it's close, it's near. And I don't have the money to pay for a taxi to the airport. So, but this is how everything starts. You are no different than any other startups I met and I will meet in my life. Question is, as a person, are you different? As people, are you different? Do you understand that this is not about being a kamikaze or about running faster? And you know, for that matter, I mean, okay, so if Ilana and me are running and behind us there is a lion running, I don't need to be faster, I just need to be one step before her. We will probably get her. I don't know if I can teach her that. As a thought, you need to move fast, your starters. Your lifespan from being born to dying is like a butterfly. It's done. And by yourself is near impossible. Without having someone next to you that will pick you up on bad days and do the same. Someone who brings value, not problems, not holds you back, not fighting with you all the time, not saying let's go let the new one right. No, this is not your partner. And just indulge me, how many of you are actually technical? How many of you are actually building your own startup? 1, 2, 3. Yeah. So it's still kind of, well, that's the regular numbers that you will see. Most of us inventors are not technical. Galileo was, but that's not what I'm saying. So I understand that the bigger problem for you guys not being technical is not just finding this technical person who's probably very busy, has a day job because he needs to eat. He's not like crazy like you guys. And he will probably do the job on nights and weekends or something. So the app you should take you 3 months will take 2 years, probably be obsolete and irrelevant. Is the fact that he will do the major part in your startup which you don't have the first clue about. So you are trusting everything that you have to someone that might come wake up tomorrow morning and say, see ya. Don't want to be here. And then what? Then where you going? What do you do? That's startup life's 101. And I'm still being nice because Kevin is here. And the reason he's here, he knows from experience that if we go into the room, 90% of you are signing and saying, bye, okay, done. That's it, not for us. Thank you for the wake-up call. We had enough. And by the way, you would kind of save yourselves a lot of anguish by doing that, by realistically saying it's not for me. And yes, it takes an effort. Yes, you need to be here. It's part of the effort. And this excusing thing, it really is not the startup way to go. Really. Because if I hear you with this, I know that when you will come for a meeting with an investor, it will start with, well, sorry for not bringing my latest presentation. Or sorry that I did not charge my laptop. Or sorry this or sorry that. Who cares what you're sorry? Why are you in the room if you're sorry? Why? Why are you not with your latest presentation? Why are you not up to date with the information? Why don't you know your competition left to right? Why? That's not what investors will say. They will say, thank you, here's the door. No, don't look back. You're already. And this is if they're nice. Otherwise, they have a machete. Shorten the whole thing. Because really, 99% of your meetings are one time and that's it. The one time you fail, don't come back. I have yet to see a startup presenting this way to an investor and getting a second time, which ended, of course, in an investment, or that you don't get a second time. Understand your business. Understand where you're living. Understand that the fact that your cameras are closed is annoying. Understand that you need to be here. I don't care if you have your dog, your child, your cat, your whatever. You need to be here. This is part of being serious, you know. This is part of understanding where you are. And believe me, it is so much so when you look at your competition, you will see them act different. You will look at startups that have gone through all, don't you think they went through anguish and sorrow and mistakes and tons of mistakes? Take a risk. Coming here was taking a risk. I took a risk. I don't know if I can go back to my country, but I took the risk. I took the risk because weighing it, what I'm going to pay for being here and returning to, I don't know, lockdown, if ever, because on second wave, our country just closed the border, or even for Israel, we couldn't go home. We just got stuck months outside of the country, which I hope they will never do again, because we also impeached the government for that. But it might happen. So what I want to say to you, to start to build, like if I've ruined everything for you, let's start building it. Starting with understanding your assets. Assets starting with who you are. Understand, first of all, what you bring to the table. What can you contribute to your startup? In web management, project management, people's management, what do you have in your academic profile? What are your contacts? Who can you talk to relating to your startup? The fact that your startup deals with, let's say, EdTech, and you can speak to the biggest university in Vilnius, says something about you. If you have a direct line to your education minister, says something about you. Write it as an asset. Know that you can do it. Second, this is asset list on the side of who you are. Then look at the problem. Make sure that your problem is shared by many. Make sure the only way to do that is to go out and find your customers. Let me define customers and users. So we are all users of LinkedIn, for instance. I'm a customer because I'm paying. Am I more interesting for LinkedIn? If you have an app which you would like to have users, but the users are freebies, they're not paying, right? Like you want WhatsApp. And there is a customer, and I'm WhatsApp, I'm the company. Who do I service more? Who is more interesting to me, the user or the customer? You say, the customer gives you money. Yeah, it gives you money because of users. No, users, we will not. So how to go about it? And I cannot service it. I cannot make everyone happy. This is why startups have one problem and a one solution. Let me say it clearly. On one problem. The fact that this problem is also this problem and this is not interesting, and the fact that this solution, by the way, also is not interesting. A one and a one. Let me make it more clear. Investors use this as a test. They tell you, well, I hear you, it's very interesting. By the way, I listen to the problem, but I see that. And you go, yeah, that's so. And about the solution, so I see you solve this, but how about this? Of course it will, and this, of course, and this. This is when the investor says, okay, thank you. Meeting adjourned, we're done. You're not getting my money. Why? Because you don't know what to do. You're like all over the place. You told me a problem and a solution, then when I asked, you said, how can you do that together? Don't disregard it. Let's say, thank you. That would be second phase. I'm not doing it right now. And for that matter, I'm teaching you, stand your ground with investors, with your customers, with your partners, with your spouses, with your employers, stand your ground. If you have decided to go a certain way, this is how you go. A period of time. This is why you have a roadmap. On the roadmap, you have milestones that you need to reach. You will find it very relevant when we'll come to the money part of how much money you want to raise and what you're going to do with the money. And what I'm telling you right now is as an investor. So my qualities for you would be that I have startups, or a startup like you every given day. Then I run only 17 accelerators today, currently running 6 of them, 6 running. Okay, and I'm an angel investor. So I have all the heads that you want. Okay, this is why I'm here. I'm here to answer your questions on all regards. So again, you need to understand for yourselves, you will be tested every meeting by whoever you're going to meet, including your workers. Would you like to work with someone who doesn't know where you're going? Would you like to drive in a car that the driver doesn't know where he's going? No. You will not enter the car. Same here. Why would someone like to partner with you when you don't control where we're going? Where we're going is not clear to you. When every day you come to your CTO and say, listen, remember, we need to raise money, so I went to this and he says left, and then he says right, he can go straight. The CTO looks at this, I'm done, I don't know what to do. That's it, always like this, you come and tell me once you have made your mind where we're going. And still you don't get it. Because when someone flashes dollars or euros in front of you, you go to the money. And let me remind you again, the reason that you go for the money is not to buy a Tesla X or take dividends. It's to pay someone. But how about if someone wants to work without pay? So let's forget about the money for a second. Let's find someone, and I know it's hard. As much as it's hard to find an investor, it is hard to find a technical person or CTO that will help. As much as this is hard, this person needs to have the same virus like you, which is the startup that you do. Same one. Maybe not 100%, but close to it. This is why you will see, especially in Israel, that the army gets a lot of startups out, because once you have fought with someone shoulder to shoulder, he's your buddy, he's your brother for life. And this is how you start from the beginning. Right now, all of you probably, if you don't have such a partner to begin with, it's kind of more difficult to affect someone with the same motivation and passion. But you need to do it. And just know this is what investors look for in your qualities. It is crucial. Understand what you're asking of them is to give you their money. Would you give money to someone that you know 5 minutes? Not 5 euros, 500,000 euros. Well, if 500,000 were like 5, so probably it will not be a big problem, but no one likes to do this. Even rich people don't like. There was a documentary about Warren Buffett and Bill Gates, and the moderator asked each of them, if you walk the street, you were walking, so Bill Gates was here and Warren Buffett were walking, and then the other one, and he dropped $10 from his pocket, would you bend and pick it up? Bill Gates didn't get away, Warren Buffett, of course I will. Warren Buffett, the guy is worth billions. Yeah, he would bend over and pick $10. Yes, by the way, I would recommend all of you, if you see 1 cent, I know it's respect for money. This is what you should do. And only Romanians can believe. Without, I'm saying, with us, money is very important. I think with everyone as well. But to respect money is important. Just understand this. You are a role model. People look at you, not just your partners, and not just your workers, everyone. The way you behave from entering a room with someone that you did, they start recording. This is how it is. And when someone says to you, did you ever do negotiation about a price? And you said, well, I don't know exactly, but, and he says to you, but just give me a figure. And you tell him, listen, I'm giving you a figure because you demand of me, but Please don't remember it. It's just not for reference. Did it ever work for you? Was it not used for reference 10 years after? This is how people work. So just be, aware on how this works. And this is where I want to get you. I want to get you to the point where you're confident about what you do. This is your passion, and you truly believe that this idea is needed and it will work. How? I have a simple sort of trick. Like to start a company for investments is something very simple. I will give you the money, but I want you to go to the bank and take a loan from your name. Whatever you take, I will give 10 times more, 10 times more on your loan. What do I hear? 100% of the times. No. Why not? Because it's a loan from a bank, and from the bank, I need to return. So for me, it's no. With you, everything is kind of risky. You're an angel. What do you think? I'm stupid. Do you think I will give you the money and that's it? We lose it. What is it? Vegas here? No. Get this out of your mind that investors give you the money and they don't care for the money. They're like, they take a risk. No, they don't. I mean, no one acts like, no one likes to lose the money. They will go after you. Have no doubt, they will go after you. If this is news for you, you better take the money from the bank. If you want to raise 50K, don't sit in front of them and say, I need your 50K. They will laugh. What's 50K? So an investment, it's for coffee and cookies. Go to the bank. And if you're not willing to go to the bank, meaning that you don't believe in you expect me to cover your bullshit? What's the sense? So I'm asking you, and this is what you should ask yourself after this. First of all, startup life for you. Second of all, it's not you. Startup life for you. And second of all, would you go to the bank and take a loan? Knowing full well that if you don't return the money, then I don't know, your car, your investment, your savings, your house, whatever you have, will be taken. If not, then your business, your start is going nowhere. Simple. Does it make sense? I mean, you look at me like shocked. You're not shocked. I mean, or you really expected someone to cover your crazy with money. That's not the game. And it's not a game, it's business. But in startup world, it's kind of different. In startup world, we all believe that we will exit very quick. You know statistically how long it takes to do an exit? Let me help you. 8 to 10 years. Yes, there are those who make it very quick. Not Lithuania, so relax. In Israel. But again, it's not that common that every second, no, not even every 10th or every 20th. It is about the people that can develop the technology. Without technology, we are going nowhere. Without your ability to develop technology, you are wasting time. No one will buy your idea, and no one will buy your presentation. And for that matter, you need to work together. Remember this, companies compete, startups unite, always unite. Why? When you lack the resources, you unite. You do barters, you exchange on what you have. You need to work together. Did I ever see someone in the region meeting an investor, understanding that this investor is not relevant for him, going on the group and saying, hey guys, met so and so, he's not relevant for me, but I think this one and this one you should speak with him. Never. Why? I don't know. You don't share. Start sharing. Start sharing your knowledge. You all know one another, but do you really know what can each other give to the group or to you? Do you have my startups that we start the cohort? We have a table that says on each and every one of the participants what he's willing to give to the group. You have? Okay. What are you willing to do to the group?
I've written sales experience. I've been working at the university for 1 year.
Okay.
Also have background in statistics and math, so.
Anyone reached you?
Yes, one person, but I was not able to help them. Yeah.
But it did.
Yeah.
So first of all, this, sometimes people forget that they need such information.
Sorry, but what is that? The first thing. It's a weak person that we move around.
Yeah, I think the person.
Okay. Going back a little bit for competition or competitor and competitors analysis. Of course, it should be make logic to you that in order to test your competition, you need to know who you are. This is where I'm trying to push you all the time. I'm trying to push you to understand it's not only knowing the technology, but it's also knowing the people. So if you know your true value, if you know your assets, if you know what you bring to the table, sometimes you will find that the fact that your competition does something similar doesn't mean that they're going to be successful because they don't have what you have. But you need to realize it, okay? Then, of course, you need to realize technology-wise where you're going. But we know that knowing the bits and bytes of technology, it's very difficult to kind of from the fall. But you can test other things. For instance, is your competition aiming for the same market? Do you share the same business model? Business model, by the way, we all know what business model is. Aside from 2 words. You know on the hey, you know what business model is? Okay. Yes, Armina, what is business model?
No, I wanted to actually say that even though maybe we have an idea, but if it's like 2 words, it would be nice to hear it from you.
No. So business model is equals to, very simply, how the hell are we going to make money?
More than 2 words.
Yeah. How are we going to make money? Simple. So I'm a B2B. Yeah, I'm B2B. I don't understand how I'm going to make money. I'm a freemium. I don't understand how you're going to make money. Explain in simple words. Now, I don't care how much you're going to ask for your service, app, whatever. I just want to understand that I'm developing an app. I will be selling it per user, per computer, per year. It's a SaaS model where I will. Don't throw words into the air. Explain the full circle. When you say to me, my go-to-market strategy is, don't expect me to guess instead of you what are all the words that you're saying. Make it explainable in a possibly visual kind of way. So I will do this, and this, and this. In the end, this is my customer. Maybe this is how much you will pay. It's clear many times that when you want to penetrate the market, the big question is, should we ask for money from the beginning, or would we say it's free? Because probably when people hear for free, they will like it more. No. Well, if you want to buy a Tesla X and you come to me and say, hey, no biggie, here it is, take it. You will go, okay, thank you. You'll go, wait, why are you giving it for free? Would you say if I would give you a car for free, you will say you will be suspicious or not? Yes, you know why? Not free. Nothing is free. You?
Yeah, also, I think there must be some catch.
Some catch, right? You?
It actually depends.
Of course. By the way, here everyone, that's a great answer. It depends is the always correct answer. Okay? For politicians especially. I understand where you're going with this. I want to keep it simple and say, if we kind of all of us almost, if you agree it's suspicious or don't speak. It's suspicious. Why? Why would someone use you if you're saying, no, it's for free, just use me? Why? Why does it make sense to you? You have invested so much time, money, blood, sweat, and then you say, oh no, but it's not free. Why is it sensible? Why? You're after what you're doing. Don't know what you're doing.
And we're making existing tables kind of adjustable. So it's kind of like a shoe you put at the bottom. So every table you already have at home becomes adjustable. We don't need to buy and adjustable.
And you're asking for money? Is it something I
Yes.
need to buy or give it for free?
No, you have to buy it for money.
How much?
350 euros.
This is money. 350 euros for a shoe for a table? How many sales do you have?
And not yet, but we already have a pilot client who will make the first order.
In Germany?
Yes.
And you're here, you're staying here, or you just came to see me?
I'm at the moment writing, I'm studying at my master at the Women's Tech University. And when I'm finished, I will go back to Germany.
So just to cover this part, I mean, we are all agreeing that when someone is given, something is given for us for free, we kind of become suspicious. It's clear to me that if I will give you just one of these for free, you will take. Let me tell you that if I'm giving you one for free, you're not going to be saying, what's wrong with it? Why are you giving it to me? So you understand, in a way, we as people are suspicious when something is given for us for free, unless it's from a close friend.
What about software? Software is a common thing. No.
Let's talk about it for a second. It's a good point. First of all, starting with this, that most, I would say, of the software that you have downloaded, you didn't find yourself. Some friend told you, listen, I'm using it, you better download it, which gives it some kind of credibility for Mr. Friend. Once I'm talking to a friend, this is not the game I'm looking at. Again, I'm saying, if someone as a friend gives me a car, someone in my family gives me a cat, of course I will take it. I know the person. But we're talking about you selling your app to people that you don't know. This is how difficult it starts. All I'm saying is, don't be quick to say that we will be for free. Just understand, the same as you are suspicious, other people will be the same.
What about early birds? When you give 50 free stuff to people?
Let's talk about early birds. We had a discussion about it earlier. When you try to describe to, let's say, an investor, what's your go-to-market, or how will you launch, okay? Speaking about the later stage of marketing, which would be, I will do advertising, I will have a website, I will, that's far along, because to get to an early adopter, I never met someone advertising, looking for early adopters only. Early adopters was me introduced to someone by a friend that knows me, and says, well, pick up the phone, I gave a word about you, the guy sounded interesting, or listen, I don't know exactly, but it's a good, like I will tell you. 100% of the time that you will reach me, I will tell you, okay, this is the number, call the person. Helen, got the number from Tal. If he doesn't act nice, send flowers, the guy's gonna kill him is on the way. That's the way. That's me. Okay. So
It's a friend circle, basically.
always, same will always be with investors. This cold connections don't work so well. Investors need to know they're not wasting time. For this reason, they will always ask to have someone in the middle between you that they don't know and them to say, I know them, I trust them, they're very good, talk to them.
That's bias. When you collect feedback, well, see, that's my goal, right? To sell first letters and then collect feedback. And that's what I was thinking about. Should I connect to people who I know or who knows me well? Or should I connect anyone who doesn't know me? And I was thinking about strangers because I felt like this would be more objective, object than talking with friends, friends.
The question is very simple. What is your KPI for success? Meaning, what are you looking for in order to kind of validate?
Like, yeah, validate the idea, not
Again.
me, not.
Again, pretty will get you a certain distance. Without smart, you're going nowhere. Same here. The fact that you will reach someone who is willing to use you because he's not objective, he's your friend. But the fact that 2 weeks after it's kind of throwing you away gives you the answer to the face saying, it's bullshit, it's not working. So even nice people that you know, that really want to help you and kind of not being subjective about you, still, if they don't continue using it, what's the sense? The fact that you have accumulated 700 unique users, but only 10 continue using you after 2 months. What do you think investors will say? Oh, you have 700, well done. I said, no, you have 10. So time is a factor. So don't be kind of scared of, don't look away saying, well, let me start in a favorable place. Let me start with people that I know, but at least I will know that if they continue, it's good. And I will always be able to tell them, listen, you can do a favor. Can you tell 2 more people? I will be very thankful for this. Start good, start easy. Everything is difficult when you start. So if you get some easy, take it. Don't be over suspicious. Don't always challenge yourself to the maximum. No need. Life is challenging enough. If you get easy, grab it.
The only success, the only thing that shows success is whether people continue using the service.
I think so. I think that every app knows, or every service provider knows that is there for the long run, because in the beginning he's earning peanuts. In the beginning he's only launching, he's not really getting the full potential. So if you can make a shortcut and start easy, do that. But you will very, very soon see how much it will kind of stand in reality. And this is, and it's a good point, and I want to emphasize it on it for a second. Startups, that's kind of a way of life. It's not really a name of a company. It's not really a name of a business, but it became so. So if I'm a startupper, for instance, like you guys, I'm entitled to be a big mess. I'm entitled not to have plans. I'm entitled to think in the morning, I wake up with a big mania, then I drop a depressia, I go back to mania, and all that in 1 hour. I'm allowed. Because I'm a startup. That's a license to be crazy. No, so let's say it. And lucky for all of us, on the other side, there are investors. Crazy the same way, by the way. Why would someone trust a 24-year-old brilliant genius that doesn't know left or right, that doesn't know which shoes, they're different sock numbers, colors? Why would you give him 100,000 of anything instead of putting them in the bank where it's kind of secure? Even under the floor is more secure than giving it to you. Still they do. I do. I don't get why I take pills for that. But I'm telling you, this is startup life. It gives you certain benefits. It gives you a way. I know it because right now I see people with credit card, with a business card saying they're startupper or entrepreneur on a business. It's kind of professional. But again, it is what it is. Enjoy it. If it opens doors, enjoy it. For many people, startups, it's about saying innovation, it's technology, it's about being first, about being adventurous. They don't see behind the scene. If you have not been one, they don't see the depression, the treatment, the psychology, the psychiatrist, the pills, the downs and ups. They don't see all that. They see what you show them. Of course, sitting with an investor, but taking out pills and stuff, it's not a good show. Please don't do that just to kind of validate your crazy. But It's about telling them opposite. It's about telling them, listen, I know I don't know everything. I know how to manage the money that you're giving me, the trust that you put in me, and I will make it work. You always move forward, always start, never, ever stop. Even if you go slow, turtle slow, you go forward. And this works because only then can you look back and say, hey, I've been there a week ago, see where I am today. The one thing that you don't do, you should start doing is document this. And now it's very easy because we all have videos all around us. So video yourself. Speak. Captain's log. Everything is shit. Okay. Record it. With you 1 hour after. This is, but really do it because you can and you should. And understand that when you have a team, whatever happens to you implicates on them. If you're having a bad day, they will definitely have a bad day. It's difficult, but there is a target, which is clear on the wall. All my startups have it in their rooms. They put big signs in front of them. Why are we here? One of the common things I see about startups, we all forget why we started. Why did we come together on a one evening after having some steaks and beers, we kind of a little tipsy in the head, and we said, oh, let's do that. And we just forgot why. And you know, it always starts with amazing reasons of change, of impact, of blah, 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 blah. And then along the way, all of a sudden,
That's human nature to get interest in what you're doing. I mean,
yeah, but we are startup, we are hungry, we are immortals, we are different. We are heroes. We are the Minas and the Mendugas and the whatever of it. We are different. This is who we are. Otherwise, let's go and push papers. Let's go work for a bank. See a lot of money counted on the for hours, but we count it. And by the way, startups count other people's money all the time. It's exciting. And it will become something one day. Not, but you fail once, you fail twice, you will fail again. But maybe sometimes it will change for you, but you need to try. Really. This is very, I'm saying to all startups, the fact that you can kind of think about this is super exciting. See? Yeah, I think this will go for a break. Going back to the uninteresting subject of competitor analysis. So we said, we need to understand what we bring to the table in way of the technology, the business model, but the way the team that we bring to the table is a big differentiator. Is a big one, okay? Once we have said all this, let's start testing, looking at the competition. I really don't know how to understand competition from reading a one-pager for a website. I need to test it. I don't tell you how to do that. I think you're smart enough to do that. And yes, if it's something you can download. By the way, everyone takes into consideration that competition falls under the table and kind of tests everything. You should also. I mean, you should also kind of imagine that this conversation is being recorded. And for that matter, right now, people are recording their lives 20% all the time. Never enter a room thinking that you will not be recorded or someone will keep it to themselves. By the way, according to law, if there is no lawyer in the room, we are all entitled to record one another by law. The only reason that if there is a lawyer, he should be announced there is a lawyer in the room, then kind of rules change. Otherwise, it's hard. Do with it whatever you want. Know that others will. That's the new game now. So try and learn as much as you can about your competitors. Know that when you look at competition, you just describe simply the one slide that you show about it. Slide about competition should be your name, first column to the left. Bring 2, 3 at the most. At the most. You don't need 5, 6, or 9. 3 names. Then criteria, 4, not more than 4 criteria, because in any case you will be speaking about 2, your best ones, of course. Okay? And we know it's funny. It's kind of what do you expect me to say? And about something, of course, you will all have the brain, right? And they will have reds, because this is how you test it. I think it's kind of stupid. So first of all, personally, I don't like this slide, okay? And I don't always recommend to have it unless you're doing something which is very common and there is an expectation. But if you do, you woke up with an idea to develop an app that will show a map where you want to go and then also show some traffic jams, and it's always. And you don't mention it, it's kind of weird. It's very weird. But otherwise, don't show. And if you do show, and you look at the 3 minutes presentation that you have, I would push 7, 8 seconds and I'm over competition. I don't want to see competition. Definitely, I don't want you to read even the names of your competitors, let alone explain to me what they're doing. What are you, the marketing managers? I see start to explain. This is the company. Why am I here in the room to listen about your competition? I don't care. I would assume that you're smart enough. So otherwise, why are you showing them? Leave it out. Speak about yourself. It's in the Bible. It's written. I can tell only about myself. This is what you do. Take the criteria, choose the best 2. Again, making sense. The one saying we're the best is not a good criteria. There is no such one. But if you're more, I don't know, less expensive, cheap is a word that we don't use. We never use the word cheap. No one likes cheap. Less expensive? I don't know. You know why I don't know? Because you're still at presentation and they already do sales, doing sales. And so how do you decide if you're going to be less expensive? So money doesn't impress me. Something else, technology, yes. Not a feature. The differentiator cannot be a feature. Why? As we said, if your competition is Facebook, leave the room. You're not in the right room. Okay. You should be handcuffed somewhere. So this is how you show competition, and it's over. But you need to show, for that matter, that you know how to test it. If you have looked it up, you have found 2 criteria, you speak about them. Then tell me what happens if, for an example, you have found competition and for some reason you got convinced. Do you go head in the wall and say, well, I will make the same better? I don't know what you just say. That's it. Well,
I don't really understand what problem they solve. I'm just leading this people or person to try to convince you that you're solving the same problem.
I would
not the same problem, but you're doing the same.
I would say you're correct, and I would say, look what problem, look what market. The world is huge. It's huge, and you will be amazed that some American companies don't find the Baltics that interesting. I know you're amazed. I know Baltics is like center. As you saw, the Lithuania is the bullseye. Don't be offended if no one in Arizona knows where you are on the planet. Meaning, you still have a market. Yes, well, 7, 10 million is nice. How do I know? Because here you celebrate if a startup raises 10 million euros is a big achievement. Your VCs, if you can call them so, run 20 million. Just for America, I mean, Israel, you cannot be called a VC unless you have came to the mark of 75 million and up. Under it, you're not even considered a VC. But just read today, an Estonian VC was open for 100 million. Okay? It is so, I mean, this is what they say. And you know, internet never lies. So if it's written, 100 million. For that matter, I saw that in the new table that Estonia is leading the world in innovation. So you see that? We showed this, there's a graph, just search innovation. It was published, I think, October or September of 2021. Table, Estonia #1, guess who's #2? Correct. And people looked at me and said, oh, yes. First of all, Estonia is the one made it. Clearly, they will do themselves. And second, it was per capita, of course, meaning per million. Million over 5. If you have 15 stars, you're first in the world. But for that matter, you still have a market, and you should consider this market because it needs to make, proportional, it makes sense. So this is big enough. It's big enough. The fact that you will find competition in China, doesn't really affect you. They're not interested. Okay? So again, you will find, like Einstein said, normally everything is relative or dependent. I'll give you that. That's the best sentence of every. It depends. Okay, guys, let's take, I don't know, how much time? 10 minutes would be enough for you to kind of wash your face and take coffee? Or chai? You want chai? Okay, let's take 10 minutes. Let's be here. Water, okay?
Okay.
Good.
Since the end of August. So this is the first semester. And now it's my final year. It's it's like a semester abroad. It's part of my master's degree, so it's my last semester. Last semester, a little bit of a year. I have also been convinced that you are still sitting in Germany and communicated via Zoom. Yeah, no, I was here. See your life. Yeah, sure. I mean, you never see, so yeah. Very nice number. Oh, wow. Yes, that's really true, yes, yeah. Nice, it's very good because like I really like seeing people more in person than just on Zoom. Maybe we could have some sort of a short meeting between the parts of the yeah. Yes, yeah. So what are the challenges you're facing right now? What are the challenges you're facing right now?